Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. Over the course of the past several months, there has been a lot of discussion over who are the trial witnesses for the upcoming trial in Idaho versus Kohberger. The truth of the matter is that the public does not know who most of the witnesses are. People who have actual knowledge of something. They saw something, they know something, they heard something. Different from an expert witness who doesn't necessarily have expert knowledge of anything having to do with the case, but has expert knowledge in some type of a field based on their skills, their knowledge, their experience, such as, by way of example, DNA, to help the jury understand something that they may not deal with as an expert does or has not been trained, educated, worked in that field. We've learned who some of the lay witnesses are through the domestication of trial subpoena process in the states of Nevada, Washington, and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, because files have been opened there where one of the sides, state or defense, has asked the judge in that home state to court order the witness to appear in Idaho. Attached to the subpoenas is going to be a certificate from Judge Hippler, the state court judge in Idaho, essentially speaking to the judge in Pennsylvania and explaining who he is and why it is that the subpoena should be domesticated and the Pennsylvania resident court ordered to have to go to Idaho for trial. It is called an ex parte sealed certificate of an Idaho district judge. And we can see here that in the case of this particular witness, who's Anne, who was court ordered yesterday, the 25th, to appear at trial, that the document was apparently prepared by the defense. Because if you look at the ex parte sealed certificate, you see the names of defense counsel on the upper right-hand side. Then, in looking at this document, what does it say? Pursuant to Idaho Code Section 19-3005, and then it's correlated to 42 Pennsylvania CSA Section 5963, and after considering the motion of the defendant and the affidavit of Elisa Massoth, the District Court of the 4th Judicial District of the state of Idaho is in and for the county of Ada, being otherwise fully advised, hereby certifies as follows. So let's just stop here. This certificate is being signed after the court reviewed the motion from the defendant with the affidavit of Ms. Massoth. Now, this affidavit is going to contain an explanation why this witness is needed by the defense to testify. It is under seal. So unfortunately, we do not know what this witness or the other Pennsylvania witnesses have in the term of material knowledge to bring to the case, such that they should be court ordered to appear at trial. We go into page number 2, and you see here paragraph 1. The 4th District Court in Ada County is constitutionally and statutorily a court of record in the state of Idaho. 2. There is a criminal proceeding pending before this court in case number CR01-24-31665, and then it cites to the Pennsylvania statute. Paragraph 3. The defendant in this case is charged with 4 counts of unaliving in the first degree and 1 count of burglary, and then the statutes are cited as well. Paragraph number 4. I am a judge assigned to preside over the trial scheduled to begin on August 11th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. through November 7th, 2025. And then the witness name here is given. Paragraph 5. A person within the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is a material witness in the case for the defendant. This information is likely taken from the affidavit of defense counsel explaining why this witness has material knowledge. Paragraph 6. For the reasons stated in the affidavit of Eliza Massa, the presence of this witness is required at the Ada County Courthouse in Boise. Paragraph 7, her presence is required for 2 days. Paragraph 8, under the laws of the state of Idaho, if Anne comes into this state in obedience of a summons requiring, it says it should be her presence at this trial, he, should be she, will not be subject to arrest or service of any process relating to materials that arise before he, should be she, entered the state under the summons. Now, this is language that is found commonly in domestication issues where the judge from one state is assuring the judge of the other state. This isn't a trick. We're not trying to get this witness from your state to come into Idaho, so we're going to bombard him or her with a bunch of subpoenas for other matters or for anything else other than being a witness. Sometimes people look at this language and say, aha, this is an alternate perpetrator. And then finally, if we go to page number 3, paragraph 9, the certificate is made for the express purpose of being presented to a judge of a court of record in the state of Pennsylvania in support of an order to compel the attendance of Anne at the time and place and for the reasons stated above. Now, this, interestingly, was signed by Judge Hippler back in March 13th of 2025. We see Judge Stephen Hippler's signature, and then there is the notarization that this is given under my hand this 14th day of March 2025. Trent Triple, clerk of the district court, by, and then the deputy clerk's signature is there. If you would like to read this entire packet, please go onto any search engine of your choice and type in Commonwealth versus Kohberger 862 MD 2022. It should pull up the section of the Unified Judicial System of Pennsylvania's website where multiple filings concerning Mr. Kohberger going back to his arrest back in December of 2022 and his extradition proceeding in January of 2023 for you to read as we inch closer and closer to trial. This is Kathy. Thank you for joining us today.